What's up, everybody? Anderson here with a little bit of Rallycross and iRacing. As you can see, I've got the Best Buy Geek Squad livery. I don't know why. It's a very poor choice. I'm in the number 5 car. Did not put up a qualifying lap, so we're starting from the back, and we're going to see what we can get done as the race gets underway. So the race kicks off. That's me bringing up the rear, and what I'm going to do is at turn 1, I'm going to have a look up the inside of the number 8 car, who did not learn the lessons of time cop.
Same matter can occupy some space.
He tries to bonk me off the track and fails. So off to a decent start as I do the number 2 car here up the inside. He's going to be a bit of a rival this race until later on when he isn't. Then we're going to soar over the first jump like a majestic eagle. We can see there are still quite a few cars up ahead of me as we come into what is one of the trickier corners of this course, which I don't remember which course it is, or even how many laps, or what place I'm in. Coming around here, another good bonk on the wall. Trying to get as close as possible, and getting a little too close in that case. Things are a little spicy behind me, as you can see that number 2 car right up behind me. And he makes what I think is a wise decision to break off and take the Joker lap immediately, as I lock up the brakes pretty hard. So just trying to carry the speed, coming back around to that jump. It's a really tricky line in here. You want to get as close to everything and kind of try and take a little bit of that almost, that blue pylon, soar over that jump again. Little triples, and we can see again I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in 5th place it looks like right now. Coming back through this asphalt area, again trying to keep the car settled. Use more of the track without hitting the wall. You can see things are going to get a little bit spicy with the 2 cars in front of me, and it's on my mind, and I elect to do the same thing that the guy did on the previous lap. Just take the Joker, bail out of the fight, and actually do these 2 guys up. So that's should be P3 for me now as I take those 2 places. And just trying to keep up the momentum here as the gentleman behind me takes what I would call the Excite Fight lap. Let's take a look at that replay. Oh, yeah, tumbles right down. So you hate to see it happen. So yeah, I think we said we're in P3 now, and trying to just grow that lead if we can. So coming back into the asphalt section again, trying to keep the car settled, but you can see in this onboard camera it's a little shaky. I do manage to carry a good bit of speed out of here, and again, just trying to keep the momentum, taking some of these curves on the right and the left, keeping it in as straight a line as we can. Coming to the outside, we got that number 2 car right behind us again. I even get a little defensive here and try and slow him down. Little do I know, he is actually an expert trick driver. We pass by some kids and they're like, and he's like, hate to see it happen. So we go soaring back over the jump, still in P3 here. And I'm trying to get to grips with this corner, no pun intended. I'm taking it a little bit faster, carrying a little bit more of the speed. I found the trick was to give a bunch of hard throttle there while you're still in the dirt, get the back end of the car around as the front end tries to, dig into the dirt. You try it on the asphalt and you scrub off a lot more speed that way. So coming back through T1 here, I am, feeling a little bit lonely. I'm still in 3rd place, but oh, there are those 2 guys. So, maybe we're catching up on them a little bit. Little do I know the danger that awaits me. The 2 leaders have a massive incident in front of me, and I narrowly avoid them. Let's see how close that was from second angle. Woof, so close. Soaring back over that jump. And that puts me up into P1. Actually, maybe I counted wrong. Maybe that's P2, because the guy in front of me in the red car seems to be quite a bit quicker than I am, especially through this section. So again, you can see the car unsettled. I'm just doing the best I can, hugging close to those walls, trying to keep that same line as I've told you over and over again, taking some of these curves, keeping it in a straight line, just trying to see what else we can do. And from here, the race does get a little bit lonely for me for a little while. I'm either being massively outclassed by the car in front, which I think, or I'm failing to catch him as a back marker. I guess we're going to find out as the race goes on. We come up to soar over this, I'm going to call it eagle jump. Yeah, eagle jump seems good. And, coming back around these corners, I'm looking good and quick. I like it. Seem to be getting that corner down a little bit better. Back into the asphalt part. Probably the trickiest part of this course is I'm trying to keep that car settled. You can see from the outside, it shakes around a lot less that time than it did on previous laps. Keeping more of that speed. Again, that straight line, kind of coming to the outside of this. And the idea here, not to lock up the brakes. Keep as much speed as we can, carry it through nice and tight at the apex, and then come out wide, use the whole track. And try and continue our line through this chicane up to the jump, this is a pretty solid one, Take a little bit of that blue, a little bit of a hump, car goes over, it's nice and settled, and then we just keep our line through here, a little close on the inside here, but using the front of the car, as I said, to spin the back out behind us. And then back into the asphalt. Let's see if we're getting any better. Massively unsettled that time compared to last time. You can see the suspension just going nuts. And then that does just scrub off those tenths of a second, you know, so it really does add up. So braking pretty hard up here and then letting off the brakes, coasting around the corner, trying to hit that apex. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Coming back around the outside, not using the entire track. I really do need to improve on that. And again, trying to take this nice line tight on the inside, not too tight. And here I really had to kind of save it. You can see again the car really unsettled over that jump because I failed to hit it dead on. And that is a real danger of that. And I see up ahead of us our old friend, the number 2 car, and so I'm like,
we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed.
And so then I was like,
Ludicrous speed, go!
and so I unleashed the ludicrous speed powers that I have, and then I was like,
We passed them!
so yeah, that's a back marker, so we just lapped the number 2 car. He's really not a threat to us anymore, unless he finds, you know, ludicrous speed as we just did. Taking that corner pretty nicely, carrying a lot of the speed through. Still could have used more of that outside track. So we're just going to speed things up a little bit through what is a couple of pretty uneventful laps. I'm kind of out here by myself. Again, not sure if it's first or second place, but it's a lonely couple of laps that are pretty uneventful. Save for the fact that I'm keenly aware of the fact that I'm actually doing really well for once, which doesn't normally happen. And so I make some slow mistakes there, lock up the brakes very hard, kind of coast around this. I'm not really going as fast as I can because I'm really terrified of making kind of mistakes that other people did earlier in the race and blowing it for myself because I really want to bring home a podium if possible. I think I've got to be in P1 at this point because either that or the red car that was in front of me at whatever point is just nuclear crazy fast, and I guess that's possible, but I just feel like I would have seen him. So coming back into the last lap, let's go back to regular speed. And, you know, as we go over this jump one more time, I do feel like one more eagle sound effect is appropriate. Yeah, that feels good. You know, nice smooth landing. Coming back through here, nice series. The white car behind us chooses to take the Excite bike line again. It looks like we've got someone off to the right there. Big smoke, but I didn't see any car. Coming back through this asphalt for what is going to be our final lap. And back across the starting line. Not as quick as we've done it, not the fastest sector, but still very respectable. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to bring home the win. Still very eager to not screw it up around this last corner. So just being a little bit careful, scrubbing off a little bit more speed than I need to as I go across the finish line, bringing home, let's call it first place. It could have been second, but who knows? You weren't there. Thanks for watching.